Greetings, friends groups of New York State parks, public lands, historic sites, and trails. My name is Will Cote. I'm the Parks Program Director for Parks and Trails New York, and I'm reaching out to you today because we need your help. As in previous years, Parks and Trails New York does a significant amount of advocacy work for our state parks and public lands. This year, like last year, it's virtual, which means we can't bring as many of you to Albany as we would like. However, we do need your help. So today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of ways that you can support our very important asks for state parks and public lands, but also more specifically, the Park and Trail Partnership Grant. This year, the proposed budget for New York State includes some really phenomenal increases and historic improvements for New York State's parks budget. Specifically, $200 million in capital funding, $400 million in EPF, which is a record, and it is specifically a $1 million increase to a total of $2 million for the Park and Trail Partnership Grant Program that specifically benefits friends groups like yours. So to make sure that our message is being heard and that legislators are taking action to support this really critical program for you all, we need your help. We're setting up 3 ways for friends groups to get involved and lend their voices to these important requests. First, we've set up a simple, easy-to-use video testimonial platform where you can tell lawmakers about the value and impact of the Park and Trail Partnership Grants on your local park community. Second, we've set up an interactive sign-on letter that you can support. Then most importantly, send that sign-on letter link to your friends, family members, group members, volunteers, and any other folks that you think would be supportive of this really important component of your work. And lastly, we have a social media toolkit that will help make it easy to share this message with your followers across the various social media platforms. First, I want to talk to you about Tribute. You'll receive a link inviting you to record a testimony from Tribute, which is an online video recording service. Simply follow the link and directions, and you'll be able to record your message. You don't need anything more than what you would use to attend one of our Friends to Friends workshops or any other virtual meeting. Simply a camera built into your computer, and you'll be good to go. It's very user-friendly. There are 2 prompts we want you to try to address. First, how has your organization, site, and community benefited from the Park and Trail Partnership Grants? Feel free to be specific, including the date and amount of your award or awards and details about the impact that it had. Second, and additionally, if you'd like, tell us why is the Park and Trail Partnership Grant Program an important opportunity for your park community and to New York State as a whole. Again, feel free to be specific about what this has meant to your park, your site, or your land, the impact it had on your organization and the local community, and always be sure to include a couple specific talking points. It never hurts. Again, you can find a link in this e-blast or on the Friends Group Gateway, and please participate as soon as possible or by our deadline, which is Friday, March 4th, ahead of our Park Advocacy Day week. Of course, reach out to Shane or I if you have any questions. Another way that you can be involved in this year's advocacy campaigns would be to send a letter to our key legislators through our online sign-on letter campaign. First, you're going to want to head to ptny.org/advocate. Once you get there, you'll be able to find a couple of very simple prompts that will navigate you through this process. Most importantly, once you get to the action page, you'll simply add your mailing address and your zip code. Once there, you will see our draft letter for you. You can either send the letter as is, or you feel free to customize the letter in any way that you see fit. Again, speaking specifically to the Park and Trail Partnership Grant, how has impacted your community, your friends group, and the work that you do to steward and increase access for our public lands. Once you hit submit, you have a couple of very key opportunities. First, you can add this to your website, draw more folks to it, and encourage people to complete the letter themselves. You can also email it to a friend and let them know that you would like their support in creating this opportunity for you and your organization. You can also send it to your volunteers, to your members, your friends, your families, your neighbor, anyone that you think would be open to signing this letter for you and for all of us working to champion our public lands. If you would like the directions for this, feel free to see this e-blast. It does include this component, or you can find it on our Friends Group Gateway. And of course, you can send those step-by-step directions to a friend as well. Lastly, we're offering you all a social media toolkit that you can use to create some buzz and help to promote this further out into your sphere of influence. Our sample toolkit has a number of posts that you can easily take and post directly to each social media platform. Or of course, you can edit it to your own needs and purposes. And again, help to spread this campaign out into the community. We will also have some graphics that you can share just to make it very easy to make these posts, or certainly feel free to use photos from your park, your site, or your land that demonstrates the impact that this program has had on your community. Be sure, as best you can, to tag legislators that need to hear this message. We have provided those tags for you in the toolkit. The toolkit in general is fairly self-explanatory and walks you through the process, but feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Again, this toolkit can be found as a component of this e-blast or on the Friends Group Gateway. In conclusion, we really appreciate your help to make this happen. Thank you in thank you in advance for your support and connecting your community with these important actions. Now we need to get to work. Time is running out for us to secure this opportunity, so we need to make sure that we can do everything we can before Friday, March 4th, to ensure that we have a successful Park Advocacy Day and to ensure that these $2 million make their way to our friends groups across New York State. As always, let us know if you have any questions, and good luck.